Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video on characters that are easiest and hardest for me. It's going to be 10 for each. So for number 1, it's going to be Jiro. Jiro is my main. He's level 25. He's the second highest level on my entire account. I use him because when I first started playing this game, I had nothing else to use. So I seen him, I said, hey, it looks pretty cool. And the reason why he's so easy for me is because I've been using him since last year, and I find him to be pretty simple to play as, and it's pretty much nothing hard about him. He's a simple character, he has bad attack, bad defense, but he surely is fast, and that's what makes him pretty easy. For me, at least. I know one person in the comments said that Jiro was the homeboy, and props to him. And Jiro, he happens to be one of my favorites. The only reason why I bought this battle pass is for that skin of his, for the Crimson Onion, and also for the Kitsune, because they're adorable. Number 2 is Core. Core is a character I used after the first couple of weeks in Brawlhalla when they changed the free schedule, and that was before I figured out that I can use coins to pay for that. I played him and I was like, he's pretty fun. So then I started maining him, and now he's the highest legend on my account at around level 30. And I have black. I'm about to get black for Core, and I really like Fangwild Core. Number 3 is going to be Mordex. Mordex is a character I started using at least a couple months ago. He's at, I think, the most seen character on my entire channel, because I mainly play 2v2 with my brother as Mordex. He's my 2v2 main. He's the 3rd highest on my account, and at first he seemed a little difficult to me because I was like, hey, why not use Mordex? Since the best player in the world uses him, and I'm pretty sure that's why most people use him, is because he's used by the best player in this world. But at first, I thought he was a little bit too complex for me, but then he became easier over time. And then now he's not even hard at all. He's actually really fun to play as. And since he has my 2 best weapons, Gauntlet and Scythe, he's one of my best characters. Number 4 is going to be Jala. Jala is a pretty simple character for many people, and I think that Jala should be used a little bit more, but not spammed, because Jala is a very spammable character, but for me, I love playing her. In the one video, I 3-stocked the Sentinel like nothing, and it was absolutely hilarious. And I think that Jala is a good pick for this game. So you should play Jala a little bit more, but just don't spam with her. Number 5 is going to be Azoth. I started using Azoth a couple months ago, and I made a clip on him, like my first actual couple of days playing him. It was with the comeback. I was fighting on Lucky Clover Artemis, and what I did was absolutely sick. And I don't see many Azoths online, but I feel like Azoth is a character that should be played more, but also a spammable character, since has anti-air and wide range and can space someone out. Now, my 6th easiest legend is going to be Cross. Cross is a character I used a while ago. I liked the way he played, so that's why I started using him. Now, I don't see many crosses online like most of the characters I play, but at least I like the way I play. So for the 7th easiest character for me, it's going to be my 3rd Indari Caspian. I don't really use him as much, since I replaced him for, which is now my 8th easiest character, Ember, who was my 3rd Indari originally when I first started playing this game. Now, both of those characters are really fun to play as for me. They're both similar levels, and I really have a fun time playing with them. And they're really good characters too. I'm fine with not many people playing the way, like, playing people I play as, since most people I play, no one plays. And I just like them in general, and I like how people play them too, because I love fighting people who love using the characters I love using. Now, for my ninth is going to be Ranger. Ranger is the first ever character I played as in this game. Now, granted, that was like when I was around 9 or 10, and I seen it every day, like on when I was at GameStop, and you didn't buy a single thing, being a child just staring at the games. And I was like, I like this character. Little did I know, I was basically just spamming the entire time. And then I figured out, as I got older, that spamming is never a good thing. And Ranger, for me now, he's amazing. I love the way he plays, and he just seems really fun, and I get to play a character I used as a child, and he seems really easy now. At first, I thought he was like the hardest thing in the world, but he's really not. Now, for my 10th easiest character is going to be... I established this before, but I guess I forgot what I was going to say. I'll remember. Oh yeah, Volkov. So my 10th easiest character is Volkov. He came out around the time Christmas existed, and I got him on Christmas. You see, Volkov, I really thought he was really fun and enjoyable, so I started playing with him. My brother hated Volkov, and it was just love. And there's pretty much not much else to it. Well, that's enough for the 10 easiest characters. And this guy just rage quit. That's funny. Are you gonna rage quit? Do it. Yep. Good job. So now for my 10 hardest characters for me to use as. The 10th hardest. So starting off at number 10 is probably going to be Scarlet. You see, now Scarlet, I only use her like once. I don't understand her, and I don't understand how people can use her, but I'm not an anti-Scarlet clan. I'm not a cringe 7-year-old at the very least. So that's one thing I don't want to do. But like, the Lance is a weapon I don't really like using. Granted, I'm using it right now for like the entirety of the video. I'm doing this for a challenge, and so Scarlet just seems like a character that I can't use. Like, she's just too slow for me. Now, I use Core, and I think of him as a slow type character. Onyx is slow, but like, it's different because like, it's a slow Lance, and I don't understand how to use the Lance in the very first place anyways. But it seems like a pretty simple weapon, and everyone loves using this weapon, so I thought it can't be that hard, and I was very wrong. So that's why I think Scarlet's hard. Although she may have a hammer, her hammer, I don't understand it either. Her down sig, her up sig, and her side sig just seem too confusing for me. But I know how to fight against them, it's just that I don't know how to fight as them. It's like skill against them versus skill as them type of thing. Now for my 9th hardest character in this game, it's probably going to have to be Yumiko. Now Yumiko, I don't really understand her. Like, I understand that her bow down sig is a really good weapon, like a really cool tool to manipulate as. It can be used for many things. It can be a combo starter or a combo finisher, as long as you like put it into the right things. Now, my thing on Yumiko is, like, I don't see her as like a bad legend. She seems like a really cool legend, but I just can't use. It was like me when I first started playing Mordex. I thought she was really cool, and I just don't know how to play her. She's too hard for me to use as anyway. Now, for the 8th hardest legend, it's probably going to have to be Ashori. Now, Ashori, for me, I don't understand Ashori at all. I feel like her down sig's way too hard for me to land, since my brain capacity can only hold so much. And her katars are already as confusing as it is, since the side sig and down sig look exactly the same when they are used. It's just that one of them charges forward faster. And I don't really see, like, how much I can do, because in one of my streams I was already struggling using Ashori, and I just don't really know how to use that character. Now, for the 7th, it's going to, my 7th hardest character to use is probably going to have to be Fate, because Fate is a legend I don't understand. Like, her sight, like, she's too slow of a sight for me, and I just don't feel like I can play her, because I don't really like her orb, because I feel like her sigs are hard to land for me anyways. Now, for the 6th hardest character for me, it's going to be Lin Fei. Lin Fei has, like, she can be a sick character, it's just that I need to figure out how to land her, like, her cool things, which is something I can never do. Now, I had to use her for a challenge, and, like, I started liking the way she played, but, like, she's still too hard for me. And I don't think that I could ever be able to, like, do something cool with Lin Fei. Now, for my 5th hardest character, it's probably going to have to be Val. Val, I don't use Val, and she seems a little bit, like, confusing to me a lot of the times. Like, she looks cool. She, like I said, she can blow up my face if I try to touch her, and I don't want that to happen. And like don't get me wrong, her sigs are amazing. I've seen many good Val players and they are insane, but like, I don't use Val because I just don't really like the way she plays. Like I play her, in my personal opinion. And otherwise, I think she's a sick character, but I just say that I'm really terrible with her, and that's why I don't think I should really use that character. I'm trying to remember which number I'm on. I'm on the 5th, right? Either way, I'm just gonna say for the 5th, I'm gonna say around it's either Cassidy or it's probably just Lucian, because Lucian, I can't use Lucian. Like, Lucian is really cool, but like, I just have a hard time landing sigs. I have a hard time comboing with Lucian, considering I'm not really good at, since he has 2 weapons, I'm not that good at especially with the katars. Katars is a weapon that I originally used to love using, but like, over time, I forgot how to use that weapon. And the blasters, I only use one other blaster legend, and that's Cross. But I mainly use blasters, his gauntlets, when I feel like I'm like about to lose it. Other than that, I use the blasters for fun, and I appreciate Lucian's blasters since they seem more gunnish and they're cool, and especially with like the way they look. Like, I enjoy Lucian, but I don't enjoy playing Lucian. Now, for my 5th hardest character is probably just going to be God, I forgot that name. Try to remember the name. Oh god, I'm bad at remembering names. Alright, as I try to figure this out, I'm gonna continue to fight. So this is 4th. I'm trying to remember this exact name of this legend. I'll remember it as it comes along my brain cells. Please remember, brain. I want to remember. Please be dead. Thank you, brain. 4th. Oh, yeah, 4th. The 4th is gonna be Queen Nai, definitely. Queen Nai is too easy of a character for me, and like, it's really, and that guy just disconnected. Yeah, but Queen Eye, she may be super easy, but for me, I just don't really know how to connect with Queen Eye at all. Like, that's one thing I have struggles with, connecting with Queen Eye. Although you might say Queen Eye has the world's easiest SIGs in existence, I do not understand a single thing about her. And it's not very fun. So, that's why I don't really enjoy using Queen Eye. Now, once I go to the top 3, it's gonna be like characters I am absolutely terrible with. Now, the third one, a character I am horrible with, is probably going to have to be Lord Vrax. I am horrible with Lord Vrax. Like, it's terrible. I can't connect well at all. I can't link, I can't combo, I can't do much. I can't even build up damage. I'll probably get around 2 or 3 stocked whenever I play as Lord Vrax. Now, my second hardest character is probably
3, 2, 1,
like
brawl.
It's probably Thatch, because Thatch, I don't understand Thatch at all. Like, he just moves around too much, like with his SIGs. That's what I don't appreciate, and half of the time I forget that those projectiles that he shoots out of his gun is his down SIG. But, like, he is the least played legend in this game, but I just can't play that legend. I find him too hard for me. Now, for my hardest character in the game, it's most likely either going to be Wu Shang, or it's going to be, I'm trying to think, I can't fight against December. It's going to be Wu Shang, or it's probably going to be, oh god, I keep on forgetting names, Jesus Christ. My commentary is just slowly dropping over time as I talk, but still. Oh my, I have to look at the roster after this, but I'm just gonna say honorable mentions at the time at this. So, Taros is one of them. He's super easy, but he's also super slow, and I don't really like, I do not like Taros at all. He's way too slow for my comfort. And, like, and it's not very fun using Taros since all the SIGs just seem too bland and repetitive. But, like, Mordex's, they seem like to look all the same whenever you, with the gauntlets. And that's why I don't really like Mordex's SIGs, but I like the SIGs, but not the way they are. Because they all seem way too repetitive. But the thing is with Taros' SIGs, first off, he sounds extremely annoying whenever he uses one. And I hate that. And the fact that he's slow doesn't make this topic any better. But it's not really fun playing as Taros. And as I say this, I just remembered that it's Sentinel. Sentinel, I am horrible with Sentinel. It's Sentinel and Wu Shang. See, Wu Shang, the only reason why he's level 4 is because I had to do this for a challenge. And he has 2 weapons that are extremely easy to build up damage. But I never won a lot using him. I only won like 3 times using Wu Shang. Now Sentinel, that, I don't use him. I had to level him up with the help of my brother. And he looks like Obama right now, but he's way too hard for me. I can't land a single thing about him. His SIGs, I confuse with him the entire time whenever I'm playing as him. And I'm not going to say it's not fun. Like, it's fun using him, but I am horrible with him. Like, at this point, it's fun for me losing. And that's not very gamer. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe, and stay gamer.